to derision and insult is awakened by the softness of foppery, the swell of insolence, the liveliness of levity, or the solemnity of grandeur, by the sprightly trip, the stately stalk, the formal strut, and the lofty mien, by gestures intended to catch the eye, and by looks elaborately formed as evidence of importance. Every page of the Rambler shows a mind teeming with classical allusion and poetical imagery. The illustrations from other writers are, upon all occasions, so ready and mingle so easily in his periods that the whole appears of one uniform vivid texture. The style of this work has been censured by some shallow critics as involved and turgid, and abounding with antiquated and hard words. So ill-founded is the first part of this objection that I will challenge all who may honor this book with a perusal to point out any English writer whose language conveys his meaning with equal force and perspicuity. It must indeed be allowed that the structure of his sentences is expanded, and often has somewhat of the inversion of Latin, and that he delighted to express familiar thoughts in philosophical language, being in this the reverse of Socrates, who, it was said, reduced philosophy to the simplicity of common life. But let us attend to what he himself says in his concluding paper. When common words were less pleasing to the ear, or less distinct in their signification, I have familiarized the terms of philosophy by applying them to popular ideas. And as to the second part of this objection, upon a late careful revision of the work, I can with confidence say that it is amazing how few of those words, for which it has been unjustly characterized, are actually to be found in it. I am sure not the proportion of one to each paper. This idle charge has been echoed from one babbler to another, who have confounded Johnson's essays with Johnson's dictionary, and because he thought it right in a lexicon of our language to collect many words which had fallen into disuse, but were supported by great authorities, it has been imagined that all of these have been interwoven into his own compositions. That some of them have been adopted by him unnecessarily may, perhaps, be allowed, but, in general, they are evidently an advantage, for without them his stately ideas would be confined and cramped. He that thinks with more extent than another will want words of larger meaning. He once told me that he had formed his style upon that of Sir William Temple, and upon Chambers's proposal for his dictionary. He certainly was mistaken, or, if he imagined at first that he was imitating Temple, he was very unsuccessful, for nothing can be more unlike than the simplicity of Temple and the richness of Johnson. Their styles differ as plain cloth and brocade. Temple, indeed, seems equally erroneous in supposing that he himself had formed his style upon Sandys's view of the state of religion in the western parts of the world. End of section 15.